Perfect. Perfect.
What's up, boo-boo? How you doing today? Welcome to my channel, 12th House Tarot. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Renee, aka Lele in the building. Hey! Okay, so today's pick card reading. Alright, let me just say, it's going to be on the topic of how did they underestimate you, boo-boo? Yes, we going there. Oh, yes, boo, it's about to be lit, y'all. So, for group one, we have this diamond necklace. Okay, we got some jewelry to choose from. Okay. For group two, we have this earring that says bolita. Okay. Okay, it says bolita on it. And for group three, we have this malachite necklace. Okay. It's a malachite. Alright, so go ahead and meditate on whichever piece of jewelry you feel drawn to, boo-boo, okay? Timestamps will be down below. Let's go ahead and get it popping with group one with the diamond necklace, okay? So group one, if y'all have this diamond necklace, let me just say, I was shuffling these cards and Spirit was like, that's Miss Independent right there because I heard Neo, Miss Independent, okay? Y'all remember that song, okay? Old school in the building, okay? So yes, y'all independent. Here's the deal. I just feel like some people underestimated you getting this far is what I'm hearing. Like now you super independent, you boss bitching, okay? So Spirit, how did they underestimate group one? How did they underestimate group one? How did they underestimate my group one, Spirit? Oh, hey. Oh, I knew that card was gonna pop out. I knew it, y'all. Okay, we have the card cycles. Yes, I knew this was gonna pop out. I had the feeling. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have hole in the soul. Okay, hole in the soul. Let me just say, like, the cards really just helped me to navigate through the energies, but the energy that I was feeling is that you used to be in toxic cycles and stuff, you know. It could have been addiction or something like that. You used to just be on like a hamster wheel, a loop, okay, with that hole in the soul, you know. Like I'm feeling for some of you guys, you could have been like addicts or something like that, right? And people didn't think you was gonna go nowhere. They thought you was just gonna be all up in these cycles, okay? And still like trying to fill that void. Oh, it's a progression. Look, we got the phoenix rising right underneath that. Okay, you rose like the phoenix, and underneath that we have family and tribe. Okay, it's a progression. Okay, let me say, a lot of this was your family, is what I'm hearing. They underestimated your power. They underestimated you getting anywhere, is what I'm hearing. Okay, tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more. How did they underestimate my group one? You ended up becoming very much self-made, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, you broke out of those generational curses, the generational cycles, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Okay, we have free your mind expansion. Okay, it's the first time I've actually pulled this card. You freed yourself. You freed your mind. You expanded. You got out of your limitations is what I'm hearing. And like, I feel like a lot of these was family. Okay, bottom of the deck we have respect. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, boo-boo, okay? Like now you over here bad and bougie and shit. Like you ain't fucking around, okay? And I'm hearing like these people did not know what was up. Like they thought you was just gonna be on that hamster wheel. And you busted out. You expanded yourself. You freed yourself. Freed your mind. Also, another thing I'm seeing is that you think outside of the box. You don't think like these people. These people are... Ooh, don't get me started. I feel it. Ooh. So tell me more, Spirit. How did they underestimate group one? Definitely family, y'all. We got the 10 of material or the 10 of pentacles, okay? That's family, y'all. That's the family. That's what it was. They didn't think that you was going to be stable. They didn't think that you was going to make any money. They didn't think that you were going to get anywhere is what I'm hearing. Yeah, Three of Swords. This made you feel like you were ostracized from your family, ostracized from those that were supposed to be supportive of you. You know, like they weren't supportive. You felt alone. It's like they over here kumbaya and shit, right? You know, and it's like maybe they singled you out is what I'm hearing with this card, okay? They singled you out. Made you feel like you didn't fit in. Like there was something wrong with you. Okay, maybe if you were an addict, maybe that's the reason why, you know, you turned to substances to fill that void because like, well, let me numb myself because it's like I can't fit in anyways, you know what I'm saying? But that's a very specific message. That's not going to be for everyone. That's just what I'm picking up here, okay? But yeah, this is the black sheep type of energy. They over here kumbaya around this tree and shit. You over here by yourself. You had some narcissistic family members is what I'm hearing. But I feel that you broke out of the cycle. You probably don't even go to family junctions anymore. Yeah, 3 of material. Okay, let's see more of the context. You know what, for some of you guys, I'm hearing that you decided to break away and maybe you found another tribe, but it's like everyone, it's like you see how it's all different people right there? It's like even though they all look different, they all have like the same story. It's like being more acquainted and working with people who are on your wavelength. We have the King of Cups. They didn't think that you would get emotionally grounded, is what I'm hearing. I just heard they thought that you would always be a fuck up, is what I'm hearing. Oh, hey, damn! We have the Tower in the reversal. This is telling me you took the power, okay? Instead of waiting around for something to happen with the Tower in the upright, in the reversal, you took the power back and decided to make a tower moment for yourself. Maybe you burned some bridges with these people. Yeah, we have the 4 of voices, okay? You healed yourself. You took a hiatus for yourself is what I'm seeing. Okay, start focusing on self-love and stuff. And, like, it goes from being like ostracized, feeling left out, talked about, you know what I'm saying, black sheep energy, to retracting your energy. And now, because you're not around these funky energies, they're over here like, oh, they just selfish. Ooh, y'all don't get me started. Commentate. Ooh, I can't even deal. The Empress, boo-boo, they didn't think you was gonna make it, okay? And now you're this Empress, okay? You self-made, self-sufficient, abundant, beautiful, sexy, okay? Glowing the fuck up. The Hanged Man. They thought you were going to be suspended and stuck. You know, there might have been times where you were, you know, in those, it's like, I'm getting this message of, you know, how life is cyclical and it's like a spiral. And like sometimes it's like you be down 9 times, but you get up 10. It's like every fallback was actually to push you to the next level, okay? At least times that you felt like you were alone, suspended, by yourself. Those were the times that you were crystallizing in that damn cocoon, is what I'm hearing. At least mofos over here thought that you was just fucking around or you were just like this, that, and the other. It's like, no, you was plotting your escape. You was plotting how to get to the next level. That's what I'm hearing. You gained some clarity on this heartbreaking situation with your family, knowing that you had to break away from the herd mindset. Yeah, speaking of which, 2 of Pentacles. Okay? You know, they thought that you were going to be just indecisive, not choosing something for yourself. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles. Damn. This, man, they didn't think that you were going to find yourself. It's almost like, you know, whenever you're the type of person you be picking up random, like, uh, things because you're just good at a lot of things, you know, you're a jack of all trades. Maybe they thought that you weren't going to pick one thing or you weren't going to master something, right? Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Oh, hey. Wow, speaking of master. Oh, we have the Magician. You know what I'm hearing with this Magician, there was somebody in your family, it could have been a parent, a motherly figure, or something like that, who was manipulative. And that's what I'm hearing with this Magician, actually. I'm looking at this card. This person pulled on your heartstrings. They pulled on your mental state, okay, mental anxieties, like putting words in your mind, making you second guess yourself. I just get this, I'm getting this like the puppet, like the ringleader kind of shit is what it feels like. Trying to make you feel like you was ostracized and shit with the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, like you didn't belong. And it's like, also I'm seeing with this 2 of Pentacles over here, it's like feeling pulled in 2 directions because like you want so badly to fit in, but at the same time it's like you can't deny yourself. That's what it feels like, okay? And so I do also feel with the Magician, this is you taking your power back, okay? And with the 7 of Pentacles, that whatever it is that you decided to do, they felt like you were never gonna get off the ground. Like they felt like you were just going your growth was gonna be stunted and shit, okay? But what I'm hearing is like it's always darkest right before the dawn, and I feel like you had some sort of breakthrough, okay? It could have been financially. You got something off the ground is what I'm hearing. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. See, this card's making me think of finding your tribe as well. For some of you guys, you found your soul tribe, okay? You found your spark. And it's like because you found your spark and maybe you found other people who have that same spark that you have, okay? But look at her energy. She is funky, okay, and sassy. And it's like you found your voice, okay? Tell me more, Spirit. How did they underestimate? Four of Cups in the reversal. Okay? The Four of Cups in the reversal. Let's see some more. Two of Cups. Yeah, you know, they didn't think that you were ever going to, I'm hearing, amount to anything, or like find something that's in alignment with yourself. You know, it's like, I'm just getting, let me get some more context though. This Four of Cups being in the reversal like this, you know what it is. Okay, I see. Anything that you tried to do was not good enough for these people. That's what I'm hearing, okay? It's like you could clean the whole house and they would complain about the way that you folded the blankets kind of shit, okay? We have the Four of Pentacles. We have 4-4, okay? So this means that this whole like situation with your family, it's almost like in reincarnation lingo, it was a karmic cycle to teach you how to be independent, okay? And how to overcome the strife, okay? And find yourself is what I'm hearing, okay? But with the Four of Pentacles, they thought you was just gonna be over here in poverty is what I'm hearing, okay? Just continuously pity pinching and stuff. But really, I feel like you just moved, like you moved. Like that's what I'm hearing. You moved your energy. Five of Cups. Yeah, they thought you was just gonna be a little crybaby, okay? They thought you wasn't gonna make it, okay? That's what I'm hearing. They didn't think you were gonna make it financially. I have a feeling that you did though, okay? I have a feeling that you did something. Like, you blew it up. That's what I hear. Yeah, we have Judgment. I just feel like it was never good enough for these people, okay? Constantly nitpicking and judging your every move. Yeah, we have the Fool. You know, it's like you were meant for bigger and better things. You weren't meant to have that sheep mindset and follow, you know, the sins of the father kind of ish is what I'm hearing. And you decided to break out of these cycles and it's like, you know what, there's something better for me is what I'm hearing. Yeah, we have the Seven of Gems achievement, see? All these milestones that you're making now. It's like where before, you know, maybe because after you retracted your energy, it's almost like when you let something go, you know, spirit be like, hey, put that in the trash can, but don't pick it up. Okay, I'm about to bless you. You know, you gotta remove stuff in order to have blessings come your way. And that's what I feel like happened. You don't have those people in your ear telling you who you are. Yeah, we have the Ace of Clouds, new ideas. We have achievement and new ideas. See, you're innovative. That's what it is. You're an innovative person. And when you're an innovative person, you can't follow the sheep mindset. We have the Magician twice in this reading. You're a powerful manifester is what I just heard. Spirit just said you're a powerful manifester. Okay? And they're in disbelief. They underestimated your power. The Chariot momentum. See, ain't nothing holding you back anymore is what I'm hearing, okay? Like, this, I'm hearing, oof. Oh shit, hello. Wow, the Novice of Raindrops play. They thought you was playing. That's what it is. The Four of Raindrops contemplation. Okay. Emotional maturity. We have emotion. We have the King of Cups twice in this reading. Okay. Yeah. It's almost like you took the power back and decided to create this beautiful, abundant life for yourself, not holding anything back. You know, deciding to be like, it's almost like, you know, whenever you stunt on your haters, but you're being more lighthearted about it. It's like, yeah, I know the shit. I ain't gonna say nothing because my actions speak louder than my words, kind of ish. You'll say it. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, but it's like now it's like you're in the zone where it's almost like you have this poker face and you're like those old tactics, those little the gaslighting that you used to deal with. I'm hearing it don't bother you no more. Like before, it's almost like they like to nitpick at you to get a reaction. You know, you were that person, you were the scapegoat, and now you are no longer the scapegoat. Eight of Raindrops, walk away. Yes, you had to walk away because it was you knew that there was something more for you. Okay, you knew that especially coming back to oh look, we have the Fool and we have the Star right underneath that, the Fool and the Star deciding to dream again, to live again. And whatever toxic cycles you broke out of, it's like you literally took a shit situation and turned it into just beautiful golden magic, okay? Like rainbows farting rainbows farting. It's Mercury retrograde, y'all. Your unicorns farting rainbows. There we go. Oh Lord have mercy. Unicorns farting rainbows and shit. Magical. You make it magic, and that's what it is, okay? They can't vibe anymore. That's what I'm hearing. They're on a very low frequency. Yeah, well-being. This is what happened. You know, you took a hiatus for yourself. You probably don't have a whole lot of people around you now. It's like no new friends in the building, okay? Oh, hey, hey. I just saw 444. Passion. You went over to what is passionate for you, okay? You lit a fire under your ass. You know, I was picking up Phoenix energy with you guys. You guys really lit a fire under your own ass, okay? Having this alone time to yourself. You're self-made, really. Yeah, we have talent. You talented as hell, boo-boo. Like I said at the beginning, you might have different talents, different, like, because you're good at everything that you do. And so maybe that's why they take your ideas seriously, because you have ideas. Like, you think outside the box, you think differently than other people, right? And so they didn't take your talent seriously. And so you retracted your energy. You was like, you know what? Fuck the dumb shit. I'm about to do something with this. Yes, empowerment. They underestimated your power. Okay, I feel like it's like the metaphor of a flower that's in the shade and it's got all these branches over it, and so the flower couldn't blossom because it had all this shade. It's like they throwing all this shade on you and shit. It's like I can't breathe. I can't blossom properly. It's like you move the shade, you move the branches. It's like, oh, now you can bloom. And I feel like that's what happened. You had to clear and free your mind from this shit, right? Okay. RESPECT, set the boundaries, boo boo. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Tell me more, spirit. How do they underestimate exchanging gifts? See, you gifted. That's what it is. You decided to put yourself out there. However you did that, you decided to put yourself out there. Okay, because you're very gifted. You're very talented. And it's like you want to show the world what you got. Okay, now you really flaunting it is what I'm hearing. Poise, flaunting it. Yes. Yeah, they underestimated your power. You're very talented. You're a magician. That's why, you know, it might have been hard for you to pick one thing because you're just good at everything. Regeneration. Like I said, Phoenix energy. This is rebirth. You were completely self-made independent is what it is. That's why Miss Independent was channeling through. Yeah, clean it up. That's what it was. Okay, clean it up with that cycles card. I'm hearing it was, you know, you had to clean up. Maybe you had to do some like for some of you, I just heard past life regression. For others of you, this is like ancestral healing, okay? Praying for the sins of the father, not wanting to repeat those old cycles, okay? Healing your DNA is what I'm hearing. Tell me more, spirit. How did they underestimate group one? Okay, we have nature. You know, I'm hearing you broke out of what was normal for your family because nature is like going against the nature of our family. That's what I'm hearing. You went against the nature of your own family. Yeah, healing. You took time to heal yourself, regenerate. Okay, with that regeneration card. See? Some of y'all could have gone on some sort of spiritual pillage. How do you say it? Pilgrimage. Y'all, Mercury retrograde is bad right now. Like I've been okay, y'all. What do you call it say? But healing, yes, you healed yourself. You took time for yourself. Self-love, y'all. They underestimated the power of self-love because I feel like maybe before you were trying to get your approval from the family, and now you really just don't give a shit. Yeah, teaching and learning. You guys are natural teachers, okay? And what you done taught the classroom today in the family, hello, you said, hey, this is how things really work, okay? I'm gonna teach you something about revenge glow up, boo-boo. That's what happened, okay? That's what happened, I'm just saying. That's what Spirit said. Okay, we gonna get you guys a self-care card. That was fast. Okay, we're gonna get 3. One more card, Spirit. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have chanting. Okay, so, you know, they have those seed mantra chantings on YouTube. I'll write one down for you because those are so cool. Just saying. Okay. But yeah, chanting. You know, another thing you can do with chanting, you just scream like, ah! Just to let it out, you know what I'm saying? I be doing that sometimes. A little crazy, though. Okay, we have plan a vacation. Spirit said, go ahead, boo-boo, plan that vacation you've been thinking about, okay? Then we have connect with your womb, okay? So for my ladies, connect to your womb, maybe do some root chakra meditations or something. And then we have ground yourself. Yeah, Spirit's definitely calling you to ground yourself and meditate, okay? Because it's like as you glowing up, sometimes you got so much going on, and it's like you got to take some time to yourself, boo-boo, okay? Otherwise, you're going to be burned out. But I'm just saying, That's what Spirit said, okay? Well, you guys, this is the beautiful reading I have for y'all on how did they, you know? Yeah, we already know. Oh, I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all just stunting on them. Yes, you did. Oh, yes. Okay, y'all. I send you all my love. You have a blessed, wonderful day. Ta-ta. All right, Boo Boo, if you chose group 2 with this bonita necklace, I can't talk today. Oh my God. Earring. It's gonna be your reading, okay? Golly, blah. Okay, what's your guide? Okay, I'm done. So, yes, let me just say, I was shuffling y'all's cards and I was hearing that song by Keisha Cole, Let 'Em Go, okay? If he ain't gonna love you the way you should, then let him go. Okay, y'all? So, I don't know if it was an ex or these exes in the building, something. I don't know. Something ex, okay? You had to let them go because they wasn't loving you the way that they should have, okay? Some of you, these people was treating you like an option, okay? That's what I'm hearing, okay? So, let's get it popping. So, Spirit, how did they underestimate group 2? Oh, shit. Okay, we have the home card. Okay, let's see more of the context. Why did the home card pop out? Okay, thank you, Spirit. Ah, home, healing, or no, cycles. Okay, we have cycles. Yeah. And then we have healing. Some of you guys had some, like, childhood trauma shit type of thing, and you had to heal it. Okay, you was in these, it's a little bit like group 1, okay? Yeah, inner child, yeah. Inner child healing, okay? Let's see more of the context. But yeah, man, you know what I'm hearing is that it's like, okay, for some of you guys, let's say if you had like mama issues or daddy issues, you might have attracted not parents, uh, relationships with people who have the same type of qualities, you know what I'm saying? Like if your dad was like an abusive person, you might, it's that type of ish, you know what I'm talking about? And so you had to heal because like realize, okay, I cannot, okay, if you had, I'm all over the place out. If you had a parent or something like that who was not emotionally there for you, okay, then it would, naturally make you go seek emotional satisfaction in a partner, somebody who's going to give you the love that you never received whenever you were growing up, is what I'm hearing, okay? And they underestimated you because they thought you were always going to be codependent. They thought you was always going to sit there and be the crybaby, be the one who's like, yeah, I'm just getting codependent, okay, if it was like in your relationships and stuff. Spirit, tell me more about this. You had to heal yourself, though. It was, oof. It was hard. I know, boo-boo. Tell me more, Spirit. How did they underestimate my group 2? Thank you, thank you. Boo-boo, we have respect. You done bossed it up. That's what happened, okay? Oh, okay, y'all. What's at the bottom of this deck? Innovation. Mix it up. Oh, y'all had a glow the fuck up moment is what happened. Okay? You know what it is? I'm hearing that you put yourself in situations where you had people disrespecting you. Okay, with that respect card. They disrespected you. They thought that you were just this codependent little, you know what I'm saying? Like they just thought you was codependent. You wasn't gonna fix yourself. Okay, and then I feel like you broke up with some people. You said, I know who the fuck I am. And I'm about to boss up and I'm about to show you. That's what I'm hearing, okay? You healed your inner child, okay? You made your inner child happy, okay? Oh, y'all. Okay, so Spirit, how did they... Okay, thank you, thank you. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Uh-huh. Okay, I see you. Hold on, let's see more. Spirit. How did they underestimate my group 2? How did they underestimate my group 2? We have the 4 of material, we have the 8 of material, okay? They thought you were going to hold back. They thought that you were going to continue to hold back and play small, is what I'm hearing. And now you got your hand in every cookie jar, working your ass off, bettering yourself. Yeah, we have the moon. They thought that you were never going to face your fears, okay? I am seeing a lot of pink energy. Pink might be relevant. You might like the color pink, okay, for some of you ladies, okay? Men too. Men can like pink. Shit. Awakening. Oh, shit, boo-boo. You know, popped out the box. That's what happened, okay? The awakening card. You woke up to who you truly were. You faced your fears. Yeah. 3 of material. You ended up cutting, I'm hearing cutting corners, cutting people out who you were working with. This could be people that you literally worked with. Or with this awakening card with the 3 of material, it's like you decided, you know what, this is not worth an investment. This structure is not going to make it. Yeah, we have the Emperor. You took power back. You took control back. You decided you were not going to be like, you were going to continue to be codependent like this child, okay, with these mommy daddy home issues, right? Pining over something that's outside of yourself. Instead, you ended up bringing it back to yourself and focusing on your glow up, your self-love is what I'm hearing. With the Emperor, you taking up space now, boo-boo. You large and in charge. That's what it is. Y'all. They messed with the wrong one. That's what Spirit's saying. I just heard you're divinely protected. 9 of Pentacles, boo-boo. See, they didn't think you was going to have that hard work ethic. They didn't think that you was going to achieve nothing. And now you over here independent, probably don't have a lot of people around you. Like, I'm good. Like, you looking better than ever. They missed out on a good one is what I'm hearing. Tell me more. How did they underestimate group 2? Ooh, y'all. We got justice. Yes, that's what happened. Justice was served, okay? You know, and I'm also looking at this card, you know, on the top she looks kind of calm and sweet on the surface, but underneath there's this different version of herself, and I feel like it's you. The savage done came out is what happened. You learned how to be a savage. And then we have the Knight of Wands. They underestimated your fire. They didn't know that you had this much fire. I feel like you wasted your fire on other people and relationships, and now you're putting that fire into good use, okay? Instead of like burning yourself with your own fire, now you're becoming the Phoenix is what I'm hearing. We have the Page of Pentacles, okay? Now it's like there's this discipline that I'm hearing. You've become self-disciplined in the sense of bettering yourself, okay, in your work. Consistency is another thing that I'm hearing. You've become more consistent, okay? You don't play the victim. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, you realize you were the opportunity, and they don't miss out on it. Yep, we have the Chariot. For some of you guys, if this was related to work, I'm hearing like they underestimated your work ethic is what I'm hearing. Okay, they didn't think that you was gonna work and boss up like this. You know, let's say if you started a job or something like that, you're kind of timid and shit in the beginning, but it's like now you run shit is what's going on. You be running shit. Like, yeah, I don't think so, Karen. Not today. Bye, Felicia. Okay. The Spirit. How did they underestimate my group 2? They really underestimated you guys. Like, they really didn't think that you was going to sit there and boss up. They thought you was just going to be itty bitty and shit. How they underestimate group 2? Did I say group 2? I'd be messing that up. Okay, here we go. We have death. You faced something. You admitted truths to yourself. Okay, I feel like you addressed the elephant in the room, and I feel like it's within yourself kind of thing. Like you addressed your own elephant, and you had a transformation. Yeah, we have the 10 of Wands. They didn't think that you could persevere the way you did, is what I'm hearing. They thought that you were just going to give up. Roll over and die is what I just heard. How did they underestimate? 10 of Cups. They didn't think that you could be happy by yourself. Oh, shit. Y'all, we got the 9 of Pentacles twice in this reading. They didn't think that you could have such a high self-esteem. That's the word I'm looking for. Damn, Mercury retrograde, I swear. Yeah, they didn't know that, they didn't think that she was going to have a high self-esteem, like, ever. I feel like your self-esteem used to be really small and used to, like, want the approval of your lover, kind of ish, like, please love me, kind of shit. You know, I feel you, boo-boo. I feel we all been there. And I feel like you got disrespected way too many times. Like, it was the straw that broke the camel's back, and it was like, that's it! And you just took the power back, you were like, fuck this shit. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. And now you self-sufficient, self-made, bougie, bad bitch in the building is what's going on, okay? One more card, Spirit. 8 of Wands. And we can't stop. And we won't stop. Yes, boo-boo. You flying high, no lie. You know this. Bowling. That's what's going on. You rose above, okay? Like, rising above the ashes is what I'm hearing, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Swords. You know what I'm hearing with this card? 7 of Swords. You know, They were not expecting this at all. This Seven of Swords is making me think of the strategic, like in the dark, working on the glow up is what I'm hearing, okay? They weren't expecting this at all. And they almost feel like they were deceived. Like oh my God, like people can change. People can change. Nine of Clouds, anxiety. They thought you was just gonna be anxiety ridden, okay? They thought that you were gonna be up at night just thinking about them, stressing about them, okay? You dealt with a lot of narcissists, boo boo. Yeah. Yeah, the moon shadow work. I told you, boo boo, you don't face your shadow. I feel like you integrated your shadow. You learned how to be a boss, okay? You learned how to not be scared of confrontation, okay? The Hermit, seek truth, yes. You went within and asked yourself deeper questions. I feel like you retracted your energy, did that shadow work, okay? Faced your fears. The Devil, restriction. Yeah, they thought you was just going to be stuck in this devil energy, okay? They thought that you was going to continually be bound to them or continually be bound to the toxic cycles from your upbringing and stuff, okay? And you broke out of the loop, is what I'm hearing. You transformed. The Emperor, twice in this reading. Take up space. You took your power back. You found your voice. You found your voice is what I'm hearing, okay? Three of Raindrops, community. Okay, I'm hearing like now it's like they over here wanting a handout shit. They might be watching your social medias and stuff like that is what I'm hearing, okay? You had a whole lot of love to give to these people and they used and abused it for far too long and you were like enough is enough and you decided to boss up as the Emperor. I'm hearing I call the shots now. Fuck the dumb shit, right? Tell me more, Spirit. How do they underestimate my group 2? How do they underestimate my group 2? Financial health. See? You bossed up, boo-boo. You a boss. You worked on your financial glow up, okay? You're more stable now is what it is. You're stable like a tree. You're rooted now. How do they underestimate group 2? Oh, y'all, we got empowerment. Yes, boo-boo. Took that power back. You're empowered now. They thought that you was going to be itty-bitty as shit. Nope. Now you large and in charge as the Emperor. Yeah, the truth. You decided to take back your power and live your truth, okay? Even if it's uncomfortable to other people is what I'm hearing, okay? New beginnings. They didn't think that you would ever have a new beginning. They thought you were going to be stuck in cycles and shit. I beg to differ. Tell me more, Spirit. How do they underestimate my group 2? Co-create. They thought that you was doing this by yourself. They thought that they was just going to leave you high and dry and shit. But what they didn't realize is that you was connected to spirit. You were connected to the divine, boo-boo, okay? You're manifesting this beautiful life for yourself is what I'm hearing. How do they underestimate my group? The Thinker. They didn't realize that you was in the background. See, co-create with Thinker. This is like you're plotting, you're scheming. You know what I'm saying? They didn't realize you was scheming, okay? Number 44. Poise, boo-boo. Like I said, you did a lot of shadow work in the dark. It's like you kept it all quiet and secret is what I'm hearing, okay? You had this inner awakening, okay? You faced your shadow. You faced those inner demons, the inner crybaby and the codependent, all the shadow aspects of ourselves, right? You faced that part of yourself and you popped out with this poise card, okay? You know, busted out, okay? And they was not expecting it, okay? Yeah, blessed. Now you over here counting your blessings and shit because you blessed or whatever. And they over here like, I can't even deal. Oh my God. I don't even recognize them no more. Well, snooze you lose, buster. Tell me more, Spirit. Completion. Yeah. You closed that chapter out. They didn't think that you were ever going to close that chapter out, okay? They never thought that you were going to break out of those cycles. Y'all, we got completion. We got karmic completion. You done wrapped that shit up, okay? You wrapped it up like a hot tortilla. You threw that shit in the trash cans. What happened? Karmic completion. You ain't even the same person. Physical activity. For some of y'all, you could have been working out and shit. You got in shape and like you look different. That's for some of y'all, okay? Yeah, compassion. You had compassion with your inner child is what happened, boo-boo. Had compassion with yourself. I feel like you worked on the building blocks. It's like you tore the structure down, what wasn't working, and like now you've become self-mastered is what Spirit's saying, okay? All right, boo-boo. We gonna go ahead and get you guys some self-care cards because my baddies need some self-care in the building, okay? Spirit, what self-care do you have for my group 2? Okay, we have journal. So, we do have co-create, okay, with that thinker. If you've been like plotting and scheming, Spirit is saying if you want to get, more clarity on how to boss up, go ahead and do some scripting. Write in your journal. Whatever ideas come, just let it flow and write it down, okay? What else, Spirit? Okay, we got watch a movie. Okay, boo-boo. Go watch a comedy, a documentary, something that's going to inspire you, okay? That's what Spirit's saying. And make an altar. I just feel like Spirit is calling you to like with this journal and make an altar. It's almost like those building blocks to I'm hearing to perfection. Okay. It's like, okay, let's start from the basics kind of thing. Okay, let's go clear the space to make an altar. Let's write down. Let's go back to the basics. I feel like that's what Spirit's calling you to right now. And whenever you start from the basics, it's like every little thing adds up to the big picture. Okay, so that's what Spirit wants me to tell you. And then we have soak in a bath, boo-boo. Go ahead, light you some candles, some incense, put some crystals and some beautiful music, okay? Some kumbaya shit, and get your zone on. Yes, boo-boo, get you a spiritual bath going and just do you, boo-boo, okay? Well, this is a reading I have for y'all. I am taking personal readings, okay? I don't think I told group 1. But anyways, yes, you can hit me up down below. I got the Instagram and the email. And I send you all of my love. You have a blessed and wonderful day. Ta-ta. Alright, Booski Bear, if you chose group 3 with this malachite necklace, it's going to be your reading, okay? So, let me just say, I was shuffling these cards and I was hearing that song by Katy Perry, Part of Me, okay? This is the part of me that you're never gonna ever take away from me, no, okay? That's what I was hearing. Whew! This makes me emotional, okay? Katy Perry, she's Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio too, so I vibe with it, okay? So, let me just say, there's something, it's like you really took the fucking power back. It's what it feels like. Excuse my French. Like, enough was enough. We gonna see what's going on, okay? So, Spirit, how did they underestimate my group 3? How did they underestimate my group 3? Okay, yeah, we have the card procrastination. They didn't think you was gonna go anywhere. They didn't think that you was gonna make it. They thought you was just going to continue to procrastinate. Yeah, we have faith. This is what you ended up doing. You took the power back and decided, you know what? I need to get off of my own ass. I need to. It's like you had to light a fire under your own ass, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, pay attention to the signs at the bottom. It's like instead of looking for a sign, it's like you decided to be the sign, is what I'm hearing, okay? Instead of looking for a light, deciding to be the light. Spirit. How do they underestimate my group 3? How do they underestimate my group 3? Wow. Wow. Okay, we have faith and we have faith. We have faith twice. Try making magic, okay? Yeah, you definitely took the power back. You decided to have faith in yourself and whatever it is that you wanted to do, okay? Not being stagnant. Whenever you let fear of what other people think of you interfere with your blessing or interfere with your progress, I feel like you ended up deciding, you know what? I'm not going to procrastinate on this. I'm going to have faith in myself and my abilities. And then we have, you can tell insight, okay? You got clarity. You decided to retract your energy and get clarity is what I'm hearing, okay? So Spirit, how did they underestimate my group 3? The Fool, see? You had faith on yourself. You took a chance. They thought you was foolish, okay? It's almost like, when people have a see it to believe it type of thing where they were like, I'll believe it when I see it. But you had faith in yourself. You took a chance on yourself. And now these haters, these people, I'm telling you, yeah, we have the moon. They didn't understand whatever it is that you decided to do, okay? They didn't understand it because it was unorthodox, it was different. You know, it was like, I don't know how that's going to pan out for you, but the moon is like facing the fears regardless, okay? This is like, the moon is 12th house energy, the subconscious mind, the fears, the illusions, the secrets and stuff like that, you know, it's unknown. And you decided to say, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna step out into the unknown. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we gonna find out, okay? Spirit, oh, oh, seven of voices. Mm-hmm. You faced your fear, okay? And maybe I'm hearing that maybe you would, in the beginning, you would try to come off as confident, is what I'm hearing. But it's like you faked it until you became it, is what I'm hearing, okay? We have the Hierophant. Like I was just saying, there's something that's kind of unorthodox or whatever it is that you decided to do. You went against the grain. I just feel like you really did, you put on that poker face. You decided to say, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna act it, okay? I act as if I am that confident. And like now I feel like you are that confident person. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, we got the Eight of Voices in the reversal. Yeah, you know, those are those mental anxieties, and they thought that you was just gonna be stuck in your mental anxieties, not knowing like who you were, or what you were doing. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Six of Inspiration. Hey, hey, looky there, center of attention. Now you a shining star, boo boo. And it's because you took a chance on yourself. Okay, and these people, it's like they don't have a lot of faith. You have a lot of faith. Is what I'm hearing. Okay. Like you had the faith of a mustard seed and you planted something, decided to get over yourself, your mental anxieties, okay? Go with what you knew, okay? Even though it was scary, treading on, you know, ice thin water, like I don't know, man. How did they underestimate Queen of Cups in the reversal? Let's see more of the context. How they enter Page of Pentacles. They thought you were going to be in La La Land, is what it is. They thought you was just going to be in La La Land, okay, with this Queen of Cups in the reversal with the Page of Pentacles, okay? They thought you were focusing on the wrong things, but really what they didn't realize is that it bared good fruit. Yeah, we have the Empress. Like I said, it bared good fruit. They didn't think that you were going to be this Empress. They didn't think that you were going to be this self-mastered, this self-starter, you know, because the Empress, like, she's got it all. Like, she can create whatever the hell she wants. She is woman, hear her roar. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's abundant. She's fertile. They didn't realize how fertile the ground that you planted the seeds was. They thought that it wasn't going to make nothing. They thought it was just going to be a dud, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, we have the Three of Wands. And then we have the Ten of Wands. They honestly did not think that you would have the strength to do this. Whatever it is that you decided to do. They didn't think that you would have the strength to change. To make a way for yourself is what I'm hearing, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. You kingpinning. That's what it is. It bared good fruit. Whatever it is that you decided to do. Taking a chance on yourself. Even it's like they didn't trust that it was going to actually bear anything. Like they thought that, oh, well, you just try to cut corners. You ain't realistic kind of thing. Oh, you just a dreamer. It's like, boo boo, no, 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 no. You a dreamer, a seer, and a doer. That's the facts. That's what I'm hearing. You're a seer, a dreamer, and a doer. Six of Cups. See, the deal is that they had this perspective that you were going to stay the same. Like, you were not going to, I'm hearing, amount to anything. Ace of Swords. Ooh, y'all. They thought y'all was just going to be innocent. They thought that y'all was just going to take it, is what I'm hearing. With the Ace of Swords with the Six of Cups, you know, I feel like you cut a lot of ties with people from your past, is what I'm hearing. And it's like, okay, let's watch to see what happens. Okay, you think you could do it? Fine. And then you did it. You proved them wrong, is what I'm seeing. You stood firm in your conviction of your truth. Two of Swords. You know, every time I see this card, the Two of Swords and this card, you know, there are two paths that you can follow. Either way, it's going to be hard. But you decided, I feel like, to go through that fire and purge yourself of the old self, okay? And take the power back and decide to take a chance. Six of Swords. We had Six of Cups, then we had Six of Swords. Yeah, you ended up making a very tough decision. You had clarity that this is not where I need to be. This is not where I belong. I belong somewhere else, somewhere where it's meant for me, okay? With like-minded people, a job or whatever, a career that's, satisfying to my soul, doing things that satisfy your soul. They didn't think you were going to make it. They thought that the tide was going to wash you over, is what I'm hearing. But the truth is that the tide didn't wash you over. Yep, we have the King of Pentacles twice. They didn't know you was a boss bitch. They didn't realize that, oh shit. Oh, it's actually getting somewhere? And oh, they're actually doing something? They're actually having clients? Oh my god. Like, they didn't know that you was a boss, is what it is. We had the King of Pentacles twice in this reading. Okay? Judgment. It was a rude awakening for them, is what it is. Okay? This came out of nowhere, in their opinion. Like, they're like, what? They did what? Oh, hi, commentary. We have the Oracle of Clouds Perceptive. This is like the Queen of Swords, okay? The Queen of Swords. They didn't know you was going to boss up and have, it's like, the Emperor take up space. You're bossed up. You a boss. You taking up space now. It's like, they thought that you was just going to be in the trial era, like we're going to try it. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, I guess we'll give up and move on. But no, you didn't. You had faith in yourself. And now you cut, they think you're cutting corners, but really you cutting ties to the toxicity is what's happening. I keep hearing, they think that you're cutting corners because whatever it is that you're doing is not, like, it goes against the grain. When I say cutting corners, I mean like you're maneuvering different than other people, okay? You think smarter, not harder. That's what it is. And you're a boss. You taking up space with that Emperor card, okay? How do they underestimate my group 3? Six of Swords twice. Transition. They didn't think that you were, like I said, like they didn't think you were going to make it. They didn't think that you were going to actually get to calmer water to better yourself is what I'm seeing here. Yeah, Eight of Clouds, self-victimization. They thought you was just going to continue to play the victim in your situations, okay? It's like, whenever you constantly get into like arguments or whatever with whoever you're around, it's like different people, same situation is what I'm hearing. Maybe you were stuck in those types of loops for a while, and these people, they thought you were just going to continue to play the victim and shit like, oh, you just can't take constructive criticism. You just can't, it's that kind of ish. It's like you decided to say, you know what, I'm going to burn that bridge. Like, I ain't even going to talk to you no more. I'm going to be hyper-focused on my goals, have faith in myself that I can accomplish anything that I put my mind to. And they thought you was just going to continue to be a victim. Okay? And that's why you had to boss up. You're like, I am not a victim. I'm a boss. Okay? Boss bitches work. We ain't victims. We ain't looking for handouts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yes, boo-boo. Oracle of Raindrop Sensitivity. I just heard they thought you was going to show your ass is what I just heard. They thought you was going to show your ass again, and you didn't. You stunned on them is what happened. Temperance, just breathe. Yes, boo-boo. Like I said, they thought that you were going to show your ass, but you didn't. You was like the Temperance card. You was just breathing, kumbaya and shit, okay? Stay in your zen, okay? It's like, no, whatever will be, will be. I have faith in myself. I have faith in my accomplishments, my abilities, my talents. Okay, I'm gonna make those hard decisions, and you did, and you're victorious, and you're being recognized for it. Haters gonna hate, potatoes gonna potato, bitch. That's what happened. Just saying. That's what Spirit's showing me. Potatoes go potato. And you realize I am not a potato. Yeah, we have truth. We got the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords, okay? We have the Truth card. Okay. Truth hurts. They're feeling butt hurt now. That's what it is. Because you cutthroat now. You used to not be cutthroat. That's what it is. Now you ain't afraid to address that elephant. Be like, hey, There's a purple ass elephant in the room we need to address here. Tell me more. How did they underestimate my group 3? Hey, hello. Blessings. See, the truth is that you have a blessings. You have a blessings just pouring down on you. They just sitting here watching all the blessings happen to you like, damn, we underestimated them. We thought they wasn't gonna get nowhere. Oh, but look, they got so much support, so much financial gain. Okay, so much love. Okay, blessings. You're a blessing to other people too. That's what I'm hearing. Travel. Yeah, that travel card. You know, this talking about getting out of your comfort zone. That's what you did. You got out of your comfort zone. These people, yeah, we have passion at the bottom of the deck. Went towards what makes you feel passionate and alive, okay? While these people, like I always be saying, is dry as toast with no butter, okay? Y'all, quit playing with me. Yes. Oh, hey, hey. No, no, no. Hold on. I didn't even asked the question. Hold up. How'd they underestimate my group 3? How'd they underestimate my group 3? Clean it up. Yep. They didn't think that you was going to take the power back and clean up your life is what it is. They thought you was going to be a nobody. Okay. I'm also hearing something about codependency, and they was expecting that you was going to continue to clean up their bullshit, their messes. And you're like, no, I need to clean up my own life. I need to focus on priority number 1, which is me. Okay. Okay. Here and now. Okay, here and now. See, they thought you were going to procrastinate and be stuck in the past or be overstuck in the future. Like, they didn't think that you were actually going to be here in this very moment and actually have a hyper focus on your goals and stuff, is what I'm hearing, okay? Unfinished symphony. See, unfinished symphony and procrastination. They thought that you weren't ever going to complete whatever it is that, it's like, you know, you have different ideas. You go start this one, and it's like, oh, I didn't finish that. We'll go on to that one. Like, they thought you was just going to be all over the place. But really, you ended up becoming the finished symphony. Yeah, message in a bottle. Okay. So now they hear things from the grapevine that you got your shit together. They're like, oh shit, we done messed up. Okay, we have communication. For some of you guys, it's like you communicate truth now. Okay, I feel like you don't hold back anymore, especially with the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Okay, and the Emperor with that communication. Like, you really don't be holding back no more. Okay, and yeah, it's a rude awakening. We have the card Health. You made healthy decisions for yourself, okay? That's what I'm hearing. They didn't think that you were going to be making these healthy decisions for yourself. How did they underestimate my group 3? How did they underestimate my group 3? Effort. See, they thought you was just going to be a bum. They thought you was just going to be lazy, is what it is. They didn't think that you was actually going to put in the effort to finish the symphony. You know what I'm saying? But you did. Individuality, like I said, you stay in your independence, is what it is. Okay? You're an individual. You go against the grain. That's what makes you different, okay? That's why, you know, with that half faith card and the Fool, the Moon, and all those other cards that I'm seeing here, it's like, whatever it is that you went towards is very different. It's very unorthodox, okay? And now it's like you believed in yourself so much, like the faith became reality. Like what you believed in became reality, and they're stunned. Like they don't know what to think, okay? That's beautiful. Keep on stunting all these haters. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. And we're going to go ahead and get you guys some self-care cards, some spirit. Oh, hey, what you doing? Okay. You want to come out? Okay. Okay. One more card, spirit. Thank you. Bottom of the deck, we have make a vision board, boo-boo. Okay. That's very important. Let me tell you. On Amazon. Go on Amazon, look up vision board. And they got this booklet. It's blue. It's a blue little pamphlet booklet, and it's got like little things that you can cut out and put on a vision board. That's what I'd be doing, okay? That's the secret. It's cheaper than buying magazines, because you know how magazines are. It's ridiculously expensive. It's ridiculous, okay? That paper could be that expensive. Anyways, I digress. Moon and Capricorn talking over here. Okay, we have massage. Spirits say go ahead and get you a massage. Go see a chiropractor, okay? We have the card ground yourself. So do some meditations, ground yourself, ground your energy. I will put down a root chakra meditation because you guys are obviously dreamers, and so y'all need to be rooted, okay? Root chakra. Get your chakras in balance, okay? And then we have sound healing. Listen to some sound healing meditations on YouTube, okay? That'll help to ground your energy. Yeah, boo boo, this is read I have for y'all. If it resonates, feel free to like and subscribe, okay? I am taking personal readings, and that information is down below, okay? That's it, you guys. All my love. You have a blessed and wonderful day. Ta ta.